My ShiChi dog bites the sitter I had chosen to watch her, and I was horrified. Biting is a problem that must be stopped early because veterinarians say once the dog realizes that biting stops a person's actions, this dog behavior problem will escalate. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to see you back. Dog behavior problems are a fact of life. Although dogs are good at adapting and living with humans and becoming our trusted and loved companions, we have to remember they are still animals and can often act out in ways that are unacceptable to us. Most of the time, bad behavior stems from a fear. The trick is to find out what that fear is and deal with it. This is a follow-up video in my Dog Behavior Problems playlist. If you missed the video prior to this one, I'll link it here and also in the description and add it to the very end of the video so that you can go back and watch. Kaya began exhibiting separation anxiety problems when she first went to the sitter. She would often just whine at the front door. She kept her distance from the sitter and wouldn't play with the sitter's dog. After an extensive interview, the trainer isolated the problem. Kaya has a fear of human hands. I don't understand where she got this fear because I adopted her at 8 weeks old and she has never been mistreated in any way. Our hands have always been used to feed and show affection. After the bite, Kaya and I visited our veterinarian. She explained that once a dog bites and it stops the human from doing whatever it is that bothers them, they begin using biting as a solution for their discomfort. She also said the behavior almost always escalates and becomes a big problem. Kaya bit the sitter when he tried to pick her up. Now it was starting to make sense as to why she reacted by biting. The vet gave me a prescription for Reconcile for dogs. Reconcile is a canine chewable tablet, fluoxetine hydrochloride, given once per day and used for the treatment of separation anxiety in dogs. It's generally given to be used in conjunction with behavior modification training. Online, I found a field study about this medication which stated that 42% of dogs showed improvement within the first week. At the end of the 8-week study, 73% of dogs showed significant improvement. At the time of this video, Kaya is on her 3rd week of this medication. It definitely seems to help her relax a little more. Kaya spent last week with the same sitter while we were out of town. He had a much easier time with her. In the last 3 weeks, Kaya has spent 2 4-hour stays and 1 overnight stay at the sitter's home. It took Kaya the first 2.5 days of this 4th visit to begin to feel comfortable with him and his golden retriever. She then began exhibiting friendly interaction with the sitter say the medicine Reconcile is helping. Kaya would often dodge and move her head and back away when someone reached to pet her, even if they let her smell their hand first. She sometimes did this even when my husband or I reached out toward her. Her favorite game, I thought, was to dodge and back up when we tried to pick her up. Her favorite time to play this cat and mouse game was in the middle of the night after she went potty. She would approach our bed, but not allow us to get close enough to pick her up and put her back in bed with us. It was very aggravating when all you want to do is get back to sleep. I thought this was a natural behavior of a young dog wanting to play. She didn't appear fearful at all. My veterinarian referred me to a behavior therapist vet clinic. I saw a behavioral trainer and described all the behaviors that I was experiencing with Kaya. That's how she isolated it down to the fear of hands, which leads to her other fear of being picked up, and is exactly what caused her to bite the sitter. The trainer gave me some simple exercises to use to get Kaya familiarized with mine and my husband's hands. Good girl. She also asked us to ask friends that Kaya already likes to do the same thing with her. Once we got her used to this, she asked us to include the participation of other friends she doesn't know as well. When Kaya approaches visitors in our home, they will praise her and throw the treat behind her, so she will retrieve it, eat it, and reapproach them to play again. The goal is to use our hands in all different ways. Here, I'm holding my hand high as I lower it. She acknowledges my hand and continues to eat the treat. This gets her used to hands coming near her body and her head. The final goal is to use this method to use a command word that I chose, which is lift, to let her know I am about to pick her up. I am training her daily, and as you can see, it's working. I'm going to add to this dog behavior problems playlist more information I learned about Kaya's other behaviors that I need to address in future videos. Be sure to watch until the end of this video, where I direct you to more helpful videos on this and similar topics. I hope you'll hit the subscribe button below this video and hit the bell to be notified of every new video I upload, so you won't miss any important information that will help you and your furry buddy. After watching this video, do you think your dog has a fear of human hands? Please comment below. I'd like to hear your story, and I try to read every comment. We'll see you next time.